Right now, somewhere under the ground, there's a black liquid that's been sitting there for millions of years. And in the next 24 hours, it's going to become three completely different things. Part of it will end up in your gas tank. Part of it will power an 18-wheeler on the highway. And part of it will end up in the propane tank on your grill. Same liquid, same source, three totally different products. And the machine that pulls this off doesn't use any chemicals to do it. It uses one thing: heat. Let's go inside the tower where it happens. Crude oil isn't one substance. It's a mix of thousands of different hydrocarbon molecules, all tangled together. Each one is just a chain of carbon atoms linked together, but the chains come in wildly different lengths. Some are short, just 3 or 4 carbon atoms. Others are long, 20 or more, linked end to end. And here's the one rule that makes this whole process possible. The shorter the chain, the lower its boiling point. The longer the chain, the higher. That's it. That single fact is the entire secret behind how one liquid becomes 3 fuels. Let's go inside the tower where it happens.
Refineries start by pumping crude oil into a furnace and heating it to around 700 degrees Fahrenheit. That's roughly the temperature inside a pizza oven, if the pizza oven never turned off. At that heat, most of the crude oil doesn't stay liquid. It flashes into vapor. That vapor gets pumped straight into a tall steel tower called a fractionating column. And this tower has one built-in trick. It's scorching hot at the bottom, and it gets progressively cooler as you go up. That temperature drop is the whole engine of this process. Let's go inside the tower where it happens. As the hot vapor rises through the tower, it keeps cooling off. And the moment any individual hydrocarbon molecule hits its own personal boiling point, it stops being a gas. It turns back into liquid and lands on a tray. The lightest molecules need the coldest air to condense, so they don't stop rising until they're near the very top. The heaviest molecules condense almost immediately, close to the bottom, where it's still hot. One tower, one rising cloud of vapor, 3 products falling out at 3 different heights. At the very top, where it's cooled down to around room temperature, you get propane and butane, what most Americans just call LPG, or the stuff in a propane tank. These molecules are tiny, only 3 or 4 carbons long. That's actually why they stay a gas even at room temperature, and why refineries have to compress them under pressure just to keep them liquid inside a tank. Next time you swap the propane tank on your grill, that's what you're holding. A little further down, in the 100 degree Fahrenheit to 400 degree Fahrenheit range, you get gasoline. Gasoline molecules run 5 to 12 carbons long, but raw gasoline straight out of the tower isn't quite ready for your engine yet. Refineries boost something called its octane rating, which is basically what keeps your engine from knocking, that rattling sound you get when fuel ignites at the wrong moment. Short chains burn fast and clean. That's exactly why gasoline engines rev high and respond quick. Keep going down into the 480 degree Fahrenheit to 660 degree Fahrenheit range, and you hit diesel. Diesel's molecules are noticeably longer, 12 to 25 carbons. That extra length packs in more energy per gallon, but it also makes the fuel thicker and slower to ignite. That's the trade-off that defines diesel. Less zip, way more torque. It's why every semi-truck, freight train, and piece of heavy equipment on a job site runs on it instead of gasoline. And everything that's still too heavy to vaporize, even at the tower's hottest point, that sinks straight to the bottom as heavy fuel oil, lubricants, and asphalt. Yes, the same asphalt underneath your car right now. Nothing about crude oil goes to waste. Every single fraction has a job. So here's the whole trip, start to finish. One black liquid gets heated, turned to vapor, and sent up a tower. And gravity and temperature do the rest. No chemical reaction, no sorting, just physics doing exactly what it does every single time. Lightest at the top, propane. Medium in the middle, gasoline. Heaviest at the bottom, diesel. One mixture, one tower, 3 fuels that run half the vehicles in this country.
So next time you're standing at a gas pump, remember, what you're pumping into your tank was underground a few weeks ago, and it got separated from crude oil using nothing but heat and a really, really tall tower. If you learned something new, hit like and subscribe, because next time we're going inside the engine to see how this fuel actually turns into motion.